Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. So, this review is going to be a little different. I'm just going to sit there and say straight off the bat that this was not exactly my favorite episode, and that's putting it mildly, for just a couple of different reasons. But since I'm trying to not put out things that I feel is going to be a little bit too negative, I'm going to do my best to try to keep the negativity down to a minimum. And that is saying a lot about this episode. Now, if you enjoyed it, that's great. I'm just going to tell you right off the bat, there was a lot of things that didn't work for me, but let's talk about some of the stuff that did work. Okay? I did generally like seeing Jason and Spinelli finally seeing each other. You know, Jason did apologize for not seeing Spinelli sooner. There's a lot of stuff that was going on. He didn't want to get him involved. He got too many other people involved in his mess, so he didn't want to sit there and do that to him. Um, and it was good seeing him hug him. You know, Spinelli. You know, to Jason is like a brother to him, a mentor in a sense. As odd as that sounds for somebody who is a career criminal and an enforcer, but he sees a lot of good stuff about Jason, and so it was good seeing them. Um, Talia, god damn, that woman is fire. And that is me trying to be as gentleman as possible. Um, Now he came there. Well, I mean, actually, I think Natalia actually met him there, right? And so he's introducing her to Olivia, Dante. He didn't sit there and say a damn thing. He said very little to Michael. Now, as bad as that looked, and it was pretty bad, and I understand his level of anger towards Michael, I do also understand that he is not exactly on his meds fully. So, a lot of the stuff that he is doing has been out of pocket for a reason. Now, there's a point where they run into Christina and Blaze. And, you know, Christina wants Sunny to turn on the charm and be really nice because, you know, she already knows that Natalia doesn't like her with her daughter. It was like, listen, anything you can sit there and do to smooth it over will be very helpful. Now, Blaze is upset, and I'm kind of just like, it's not even so much a why, but it's like, okay, well, you said that she couldn't be your plus one. You didn't sit there and say she wasn't allowed to go to the wedding. I see that they got a new character. I don't know if he's going to be a supporting character or not. Named Giovanni. That meant um, Jocelyn. And part of the reason I'm just like, I'm not super excited is because, well, let's be honest, you already have way too many characters to begin with. This is something that me and a lot of other reviewers have said that and said constantly. And their solution was to give them another character. You don't even seem like you're really doing that much for Trina, but you had the audacity to sit there and throw another character into this show. Now, how long is he staying there? I don't know. Um, I know that General Hospital does need fresh blood, but that means that you should probably get rid of some other people to make room for that instead of just throwing on another person. And also, you know, give more characters that have been on there some story as opposed to just put them in the background, whatever. Plus, there was another person that looked good, right? Now, she is with um, Curtis, and Jordan is sitting there giving them a congratulations. She walks off. She sees them just kind of hanging out. She's still, I don't know, maybe sad about the situation, which I don't know. You know, I know that, you know, getting over someone could be heartbreaking and a long process. You may never get over that, right? But I'm like, oh, what are we doing? Like, why haven't they not put her with somebody else? I mean, you can clearly see that they're going to put her with Jordan. I mean, with Drew, which is like, okay, fine. I know a lot of people don't like Drew, but they need to get her somebody ASAP because pining over Curtis out of all people is just ridiculous, right? Now, some of the people from the old neighborhood came. Some woman named Patty, which I don't think anyone's gonna remember. Lois's mom came there. Some other chick that had no name. Literally didn't even sit there and say what her name was. Some dark haired woman. Okay. There were some scenes with Brooklyn and Lois. It didn't work for me. Okay. Again, I'm trying to be upbeat about it. But I know that if you're a mother that have given away your daughter, um, you're gonna like those scenes. I'll just sit there and say that much. Same thing with that. Didn't work for me, but you know, most of this episode didn't really work for me. Um, let's see what else wound up happening. It was really awkward scene towards the end when Gregory starts to try to preside over um, Chase and Brooklyn's wedding. And he's slurring his words. He seemed like he's running out of breath. And I'm kind of just like, at this point, it goes on for so long that I'm just surprised that Finn didn't be like, hey, listen, we gotta kind of stop this. It was like watching a very somewhat violent car crash. And then seeing the paramedics just kind of at the side, like, should we go over there and try to, like, do something? We should just hang out here for like a good 30, 40 something seconds. It felt like it lasted forever. That's how, I guess, somewhat heartbreaking and uncomfortable that scene was. Now, Finn is not asking the previews, is everything okay or whatever. It's like, Finn, you're a doctor. You can clearly look at this situation and see that he's not okay. Why are we letting this go on is just my question. Jason runs into Drew and Drew gives him the stank eye. So that happened. Willow's there, Violet's there, Liz is there. Maybe some other people was there that I just can't remember. I said Olivia's there, and Leo was there too. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I almost actually didn't want to during this review. Hell, actually, to tell you the truth, I was about to sit there and post on the community tab about why I was not gonna do this review. But again, there was some stuff that I did like. Well, some stuff that I didn't find absolutely um, torturous to watch. You know, there's a scene with Sonny looking at Dex with the evil eye and then explaining to Natalia, yeah, he used to be an employee of mine, but he became untrustworthy. Same thing we had to sit and explain to Michael, I mean, about Michael's situation, yeah, that's my other son. In all reality, his other son was literally the favorite. He was the golden child, you know? But yeah, if you enjoyed this episode, tell me why. Stuff just didn't really work for me. Again, it was super emotional, super sappy, and just like over the top with everything. And I get it. Before anyone sits there and say, "Well, why you gotta be a Debbie Downer?" I get it. It's a wedding. Just certain things are just not gonna work for me or resonate with me, and that's fine. Um, that's the general consensus of like the episode. Now, there's probably more stuff to it. There's clearly more stuff to it because even watching some of that stuff was a little kind of torturous. But just watch the episode and you'll see what I'm talking about. Again, if you are for the feels and emotions and all that good stuff, it's you're gonna like it. And if you're not there for the feels and the emotions, and I don't know exactly what to tell you, but you're gonna have a long 30 something minutes of an episode that is kind of unbearable. I'm gonna be honest. Anyway, that's pretty much all I gotta sit there and say. Come to the live stream tonight if I missed something or something that you want to sit there and express about why you like this episode and why you didn't like this episode. You can sit there and express it. I think I did a good job as far as not being super negative. Trust me. I had to sit there and breathe before I end up doing this review. Jesus Christ. But yeah, come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll sit there and talk about all the shows, General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Bold and Beautiful, and Young and Restless. With that being said, I'm going to go. I'll see you in the next video.